A promise has been made on the stakes of this game. I am pretty certain we know how this is going to go, right? There's no way he's going to lose it and then just not be able to go. Unless they let him lose and you still want to give a reward for hard work. But I feel terrible if I lost still and you tried to reward me for something. So, like, I don't think we're going to end up heading that route. But I hope all goes well. I hope they have fun. Relations are getting really close between the two. They're each kind of seeing different sides of each other, thinking of things in different ways. The boy Kyo is kind of seeing, you know, how much she's actually interested in him. So, like, some good stuff kind of going down overall. And I'm hoping Buddy pulls through here and we get a fun, cute date for the majority of the episode. That'd be awesome. So hopefully you guys like it. If you like it, I'll like and subscribe. To me, if you ever stick around for the discussion. Let me comments with this episode. Seriously, going episode 5. What episode are we on? 5. AQUARIUM. I think we got our answer already. We know where this is headed. I'm worried. Feels bad for this guy. He's not gonna get what he wants. Damn. Crazy speed. I feel like he'll be chill about it. Seems like a high energy good dude. Nice. Down.
ニーキくん。ニーの待機でニーキくん。変なあだ名つけんなよ。検討したらしいじゃん。待機にしてはよくやってね。
For you, that's high. I mean, she's like top of her class. I mean.
だからそれまでにもっと。落ち着け。
大輝、いつの間にそんな仲良くなったの？
それは俺が頼んだんだよ。
Thanks, buddy.
千夏先輩がたまたま試合を見に来てて。そうなの？
He's the best.
が勝ったら千夏先輩を紹介するっていう条件だったから。
I felt like it was only right if you got something.
遊びにでも連れてってくださいって。
じゃあ初デートだ。やる。
I wonder how you like feel about that though. Like, right? Like, does that bother you, or do you just say screw it? It doesn't matter.
人生初デートなんだから。洗った服着ていくんだよ。
He'll never get another first. Maybe with someone else, but never, never in general.
てんちゃん、よかったよかった。あれ、ひな、なんか怒ってる？なんだろう。体重 0.5 キロ増えた。それは切れるわ。
Doesn't even realize it on yourself. Takes others to notice. Just coincide, brother. You had all this time to think about what to say. What are you doing? Now I gotta go to her room if I want to see her. So go talk to her. Did he ever respond to her? We didn't even get to see that. Oh, that's so cute. What if she's doing the exact same things you're doing?
Peace. いやいや、期待するな。デートじゃないんだし。どちらかというと、これは家族で出かけるような。
No.
まだ起きてるんだ。
Go talk to her. She's just family, right?
無理だって。こんなのめちゃくちゃ期待する。
I mean, you are, yeah.
期待するよ。
Oh?
ネボー！行ってきます！くそ！ こんな肝心な日に何のためにいつも早起きしてるんだ。
Why do I feel like this is all like something? It just feels off.
これはデートじゃ。
大丈夫？
Okay, I guess it's not. It just feels weird to me. They lived together. We didn't get to see him in the tags. We just didn't get any of it. Why would she leave without getting him up? Why would they not go together? Like, I just have questions. Bro, close the gap. Close the gap. What a goof.
変な期待はするまいと思ってたけど、これはもしかしてデートと思
It's hard when she looked like that. It's hard to not think of it.
かわいい。
あなたがね。
たまたま私も水族館行きたくて。
You can just tag along if you want.
しっくりくる。
よくも私を賭けの対象にしたわね。おごりなさい。
言わなそうだけど、言われても仕方がない。
But it could be, yeah. Why does he look like that? Ew.
大輝くん、
Ew. Nasty ass fish.
いいね。
何撮ってるんですか。
記念記念。
消してください。
ダメ。ちゃんと記念に残しておかないと。
As retaliation, he will take one of you. Bro, some fish just be ugly as fuck. Like, they truly are. They're making them look like it, especially throughout throughout this episode, but like, just IRL, they'd be ugly, so... I don't think she would tell you that, but...
ムチムチで可愛い。ムチムチ。両側からわしってしたい。
ペンギンって冷たいんですかね。
No. That make it more obvious, brother. How did you manage that?
付き合った状態で来たいな。でも今はまだ気持ち伝えられない。
That's a good goal to set, though, right?
ダーハイだってまだまだだし。同居人に告白されたら先輩居心地悪くなっちゃうだろうし。
あ、待って。
Where the fuck you going?
なんでこの人はいつも掴むんだ。
Does that bother you?
なんですか。
ごめん。実は今日大輝くんに話したいことがあって。
え
Uh-oh. It's not gonna be what you think, but still.
さか先輩も。
I think she's gonna say she's just proud of you.
ごめんね。来年も再来年もあるって言ったこと。
I forgot about all that. I wasn't even thinking about that.
あ、あれですか。
大輝くんが頑張ってるの知ってたのに無神経だったなって思って、そのまま一緒に暮らしていくのも嫌だから、だから今日はちゃんと謝りたかったの。
You good? Why would you put me through that?
もしかしてデートとか思ってたのが恥ずかしい。じゃあこのお出かけはねぎらいと謝るためだったってことか。俺あんまり引きずらないというか、そういう考えもあるのかって思うし。
I kinda just dismissed it.
そんなモヤモヤをここ1週間抱えて生活してたんだって方がショックなくらいで。とは言っても一人でよその家に住んでたら気使うよな。
The internal doubts of him are so good and on point.
もしうちに住んでて居心地悪かったり俺に言いたいことがあったらこのスタンプを送ってください。無言でいいので。そしたら俺が話を聞きに行きます。
That's cute. Let's say for it through text. Already?
大輝 くんはいい同居人だね。
いい同居人。
I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to make that feel.
今は
Like
それでいいか。
that's still a little. I don't know. That's it of the date. I wanted to see more. Ugh.
あの様子だと水族館はさぞ楽しかったようだな。
You think so?
楽しかった。
Memories flooded of her.
みなつ先輩がお前のこと好きだったら、
Good. He's realized.
お
I'm asking a question.
そんなの。
そうなんだ。
Hi.
授業中もずっとニヤニヤして。
してないし。
その顔だよ、その顔。
やめろ。
Is she even gonna be able to ask about it? Aw.
やめろ。
He sees it all.
佐治川高校一強だよ。去年のインターハイ優勝も佐治川だし、県じゃなく全国レベルなんだ。佐治川に勝たない限りインターハイ出場は無理だな。
当たって砕けろ。
Thank you.
負ける前提かよ。そういうヒナはどうなんだよ。大会近いんだろ。
Yeah, don't be worried about everyone else.
私は蝶のひな様ぞ。余裕のよしえさんよ。今からだって。
That definitely scares me.
よろしくお願いします。
ドヤ顔10点。
She definitely does.
昨年の大会でお見かけして。
大会とかで佐治川見るとやっぱり迫力あるなって思うじゃん。
まあ、
ヒナもきっと大会では一目置かれる側だと思うけど、
Hmm.
普通の女子だよなって。
そりゃあな。
I mean, you see her every day, so it's a little different. And you're close with her.
普通の女子だと思う。
ありがとうございました。
Hina alone scenes? Weird. Oh. There's a reason.
こんばんは。
Hmm. You remember now?
蝶の怪我とか怖いもんね。やっぱり結構脈ありじゃん。そういえば大輝が中2の時捻挫したの知ってますか？
Why are you bringing him up?
学校行事でキャンプに行って山登りしたんですけど、私が足を滑らせたところを大輝が助けてくれて、
What a guy.
誰かが怪我をして部活にも支障が出るなんて申し訳なさすぎるって。そしたら
俺の反射神経が悪かっただけだから。むしろ課題が見つかったわ。
ほんとどうしようもないバドバカですよね。
She notices it too.
でも我が身を顧みず人を助けるいいところもあるんですよ。どうだ大輝、株を上げておい。
But you're not. I mean, you are, but like.
はい。いや、なんでもない。
It just makes me sad.
蝶野さん2750円です。はーい。どうしよう、傘ないのに。
Even more.
よかったらこれ使って。
Does she find out
で
here?
も先輩は折りたたくてスポーツもできるなんて。なんかすごい性癖あってほしいな。
It's gotta be something about her.
もう行っちゃった。
どうしたんですか？
So she is gonna find out.
忘れてて。
私届けますよ。
But. Yeah, let me just.
なんだもん。このくらいしないとね。
Let me just catch up to her. Call out her name. Yeah. Uh,
おかえりなさい。
どこか行くの？
コンビニ行こうかと。けどや やめておきます。
連絡くれたら寄ってきたのに。
Fuck are you gonna do, Hina? that that hurt. It hurts. I'm I don't know. I don't know. I'm sad. I really am just thinking about it. Cause it's like I don't know. I feel bad. Like I shouldn't. I shouldn't, but I do. I really do. Like there's nothing I don't know how to I don't know what I'm saying. Give me a minute. I think what I want to say is the show does a really excellent job at giving us real life scenarios that actually like occur, right? It's not your I mean some of it is, but for the most part a lot of times you have your typical like anime moments, right? And you're like that's a certified anime moment, you know what I mean? But like everything that's been happening over the past like 2 or 3 or so episodes have all them like misunderstandings, I guess, that have been occurring are all like realistic in a sort of sense. And it's the ability for each character to second guess everything, but not second guess it in a way that's like stupid if that works for you, because sometimes you'll get scenarios and scenes where we see things and we see like a character who's very like open about the way that they feel and kind of what they want, and then the other character like goes a complete different direction that like it just doesn't add up and you're like what are you doing, like that doesn't why would you say that, why would you do that, that doesn't make any sense. But like here every time that happens and Taiki starts thinking about something, say really any of the characters, but like any of them start thinking about something for a single second and they like say it seems like they always have like that internal thing of like, well, there could be other motives for this, and this reason. So let me play it safe and do this. And it's like, it feels refreshing almost to have characters that seemingly can pick up on subtle things from other characters and at the same time can pick up on things that possibly could be the case, but either one, convince themselves it's not, or two, for the most part, think of every scenario from like every angle that they can and then try and find like a safe kind of like middle ground for themselves to kind of float within here. And I really appreciate it. I think it works extremely well. The entire sequence of him second guessing throughout the whole aquarium, I think, is excellent because it's exactly like the same thought process that I would have, you know? You're being told from your friend, thankfully, and I'm very happy that he ended up saying it to him, that he's the reason that all this got set up, but you're being told that that's the case. So of course it's only natural to maybe think like maybe she didn't really want to do this and she's only doing it because of what she ended up finding out, or she feels obligated to in some sort of way. And then when he's there, he's like, well, it might be because of this reason and she might be making me do this, or maybe she was just going to come on her own and she was like, I guess he can just kind of come along because I already had plans for something like this. Like, was he accounted for? In what sort of way was he accounted for being here? Like, plenty of different scenarios and things that it could be. And while he still struggles to gain that read on her own feelings and things towards him, I mean, it's only natural that, of course, I think you would feel those ways. And we see that throughout all the characters, like every single one of them, especially like in the end sequence where we get Hina telling Janatsu about all these like special things that she sees within Taiki, thinking that she's doing a good thing, but in reality just explaining all the things that she really likes about him. And Chinatsu can easily see that directly on her. It's the same thing that Kyo was able to realize in Hina at one point throughout earlier in the episode. It's the same thing Kyo has been able to realize about Chinatsu throughout these as well. It's the difficulty for one to realize things themselves, especially when you're kind of involved in the situation and maybe even in denial of those things on your own, where those in the outside can somehow pick up on them a little bit easier, which is also a very realistic thing that definitely occurs. And it's really, like, I don't know, the end was just so kind of heartbreaking to see, because you know where it's going, and it's the same thing with the story. You know where it's going, you know who Endgame is, like, we know all of that, and we have to live through it. So like, usually you're gonna sit here and be like, I want somebody who is a piece of shit. I want like the other option to be somebody that you don't root for, somebody that you can't fucking stand, right? Or that does some like underhanded, like fucked up things that you can't stand. But instead you get somebody who seems like extremely like lovable and sweet and nice, and she's trying to do things even when you know they're hurting her at the end of the day. You know, you know how much it bothered her, even though she didn't realize it herself, that he was going on a date here, or that he has feelings for this other person. So how, and you could see how excited she was getting when she was explaining things about him, you know? So like, you can only imagine how crushing it is to see this. And I don't even know, because she technically doesn't even know that they like live together, right? Like, she more so just sees her going to his place, and that it's like a natural interaction when they get there, as if this is something that's happened other times before. So she could immediately realize it's like, oh, he's just coming home, or they're just always like over each other's places or like something, and realize that maybe their relationship is something. And now for the first time, these emotions can come forward, and she could be like, wait, that's a real thing. That's like, this is actually happening. There's no more I can deny it to myself. I firsthand have seen this. I can't create these other scenarios that Taiki's been doing throughout all like the aquarium and all that, right? Like, I can't do that in my own head. I have to be honest. Like, I have to understand it for what it is now, because I'm firsthand seeing this, which causes all those emotions to fully kind of come up. And it's just I don't know. I just feel bad, because there are some shows where you get that secondary character, and they are kind of shitty or not like the greatest, but they do have like redeeming qualities, but they're still like, you don't care too much if they like lose, I guess we could say. But then there are a few others out there that do it in a way that you do feel really bad when it happens. And this one, just like, I mean, we're only 5 episodes in, and my heart just sunk the moment that she started talking about him, you know? Like, I knew where this was gonna go, and I was just so broken by it, because I just, you don't want to see that. And it's not even just that too. It's everything throughout the episode that has built us to where we're headed. Because realistically, if we're gonna think about it, it's the constant praise towards who Hina is. It's the ability that she has in the way that others might look at her. It's the almost concern and focus on Taiki and others around, as opposed to her own work and things. And now she might have all these things in the background, sure, but for what we've seen when she's on screen, it's always focus on her. It's always, this is happening, that's happening, I got to be cautious of this, I got to do this. It's stress, 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 stress. Everything comes crumbling now. Everything goes bad. What happens with competition coming up now? What happens if you don't live up to expectations? What happens if something goes bad and you get hurt? All these things are like 9 times more likely now that she finds herself in a position where everything just kind of crumbled before her without her even realizing it. So it leaves me even more concerned, you know, for what is to come, and how she's going to kind of react to this. Is she going to try and distance herself to try and dismiss these feelings? That's only going to make it harder on herself and kind of stress her out by trying to focus too much on her own work, and then maybe overworking yourself to a certain point. Like, what comes of it? I don't know. I'm very concerned. I have a guess. I would like to make a guess. I don't know. This is just the general feeling I'm getting. And it probably wouldn't be this event that they're talking about, but I almost have a guess where we're going to kind of continue carrying this along throughout the season. And it might not even be in the season, but maybe at some point within maybe the manga itself too. I just want to make the assumption that a similar thing, you know how people always set goals, right? And Taiki is like always trying, he's like, I got to get to nationals. I want to do it while Chinatsu's here. I want to do all this stuff. I like weirdly have that feeling that Hina's going to internally set a similar goal for herself to achieve something and prove that she can do that. And when she does, she'll be honest and come forward with her feelings is kind of what I'm feeling. But at the same time, they could play that multiple ways, where she states this to, like, say, us as the audience, and we're able to see, and then see her try and work hard, and then she just fails, as in like a symbolic type of like wasn't meant to be type of thing. but also could just be like a absolute heartbreaking, like she does exactly what she needs to, and we know she'll be ultimately rejected when that time were to come. I don't know. I get that general feeling that we're gonna head in some sort of direction like that at some point, which will kind of break my heart, because that's kind of where I'm thinking also like a similar scenario almost occurs between our mains, where like one of them's gonna almost set this deadline for themselves if they have to do something, and I doubt either of them will actually like come up where they deny the other, so it's almost just the shortcoming of one possibly will prohibit them from coming forward and doing it. Is kind of where my mind's at with them too. So I don't know. But that's a little bit into what I'm thinking. For the episode itself, we end up getting an OP first. Okay, well, we end up getting a victory overall. We're going to end up meeting him. We have a nice little practice buddy rival almost that we can go against, even though we don't really have anything against him. Seems like a good dude overall, and of course is angry and upset and more so mad at himself for his lack of his performance here. We end up losing because this guy's a different beast. And here's Hina to kind of shit talk a little bit, but also just be extremely sweet to us. Sees the message, want to go to the aquarium? Holy shit, maybe he has a chance. I really appreciate the overall Kyo just coming forward and being like, yeah, I set that up, don't worry. Just because it's like, if he doesn't, he might be under the wrong impression going forward. So it's nice to have that friend who like isn't gonna like deny these things or like wait on it. I think that's good. And Hina immediately being taken back and being like, this is a really good thing, and trying to like pump you up and pump herself up like things are going good, you know? But the moment she comes back, somebody else, and that's always the thing. It's the outside. It's never the person inside. It's always the thing where everyone's like, I understand myself and my emotions better than anyone else. But like, you don't. That's the thing. Sometimes you just don't know. She doesn't even realize what's going on. It comes back. Are you mad? Wait, what? And you look at her, and we even see her. She just seems like caught off guard. She doesn't seem mad, but at the same time, somebody else is who's so used to seeing her can notice the slight little shift onto her. You're acting a little different. Something's off the moment that we come back. Funny. Just the stupid motherfucker. Go inside. What are you doing? Let's go. Bring her inside. She's not in a room, by the way. He can't bring it to her. He likes to study up. He needs to know everything. Prepping his outfits her. That it's really cute. He doesn't know what to do. He's really excited. Natural things, you know, you'd expect that from him. But he can't bring himself to go and see her, and he just kind of wants to wait. Can't get my hopes up or anything. But can't help to also get them up, so wakes up kind of late. So this is like weird to me. Like, they live together. So one, we didn't see him text her back and say that he was going. Two, they live together and he never went and talked to her about the plans they have. Three, they live together. Why did you not go together? Why did you meet at the station? Okay. Four, why did she not wake you up or something? What are we doing there? Part of me just wants to like strongly believe, because when he woke up, all the stuff was still on his bed. So like part of me wants to believe like one of these pages was like still open to what he was looking at with like her outfit and or the outfit and stuff that he was kind of like wishing. And she almost like came in to wake him up to be like, where are you? And then she saw it and she's like, oh, I should adjust and wear this instead, because he was like looking at shit like this. Like part of me just wants to like assume it was like that, but I don't think that was the case. Regardless, I don't know why we're just meeting here instead. Wearing exactly kind of as he wants. She looked really good, and we have a fun time together, except he's keeping his distance and being a little weird because he doesn't really know how to react or feel. But he is mesmerized by her, naturally. The fish are fucking ugly. And this is what I was saying before. He has such a good, like, internal moments of being like, you know, how does she really feel? Why are we here? You know, I just felt like going. But there's also a situation like I was utilized within a bet, even though I didn't technically, you know, bring that up. But now you kind of owe me something because that's fucked up. You were going to just like sell me off to this dude, essentially. Like, was a little messed up. Need this to commemorate today. She just felt like coming here. I'm literally going to cry. Like, shut the fuck up. He's not gonna say that to you, even if that was the case. How this kid who was like, I guess he was going forward there, but like you'd assume he goes on a straight line, but I guess he's not. I don't know how he ran into her is crazy. Slight little brush up, a little physical contact. We like that. I want to come here as a couple. I like that. Set a goal. It's just lame. We need to actually be in that mode by the time we can come. Can't tell her how I feel. We still got a long way to go. I don't want to make her uncomfortable, especially somebody that you live with. I mean, it's different. It's temporary. It's not like full time. So it's like, but I get that too, because then you make everything in the environment and stuff so awkward. Why is she so grabby? I don't know. Maybe it's a sign that sees you as somebody that she can easily reach out to. Sometimes people struggle with that. I mean, she also could just be a physical touch type of person, so that's just easier for her to do so. I wanted to talk to you, and I think it's just really sweet how she's been thinking about this, and it's been stuck on her mind for the past week, and she's been kind of hung up on it, even though he doesn't really give a fuck. It was like she didn't fully understand the context of, you know, why he felt the way that he did either. She did to a certain extent, but not exactly, and he kind of just brushed over it completely. He's like, oh, thank God it was literally just that. But then he feels bad because it's like, well, I thought that we were coming here for maybe something else, but it turns out you literally just wanted to use it as like a thank you and apology. But also isn't the case. It's like these are the things I'm saying, where these are natural things where you can think of and hear her say and be like, it probably can point towards this, when in reality it probably isn't. But at the same time, it's like, it makes sense that you would think this, or that you would second guess. And especially somebody who, one, lacks confidence in themselves, but also maybe struggles to kind of read things, or refuses to jump to conclusions due to fear of getting kind of burnt or hurt at some point. And as somebody who, you know, has been like that in other situations in their life at times too, can easily kind of recognize what he's doing and why he's doing this, and refuses to kind of make that jump and assumption on something until he has 100% certainty. So it's only natural that he would almost deflect all these things and resort them into like, this is the reason, as a way to kind of like shield himself a little bit more. I appreciate all that stuff though. That shit meant a lot. And then this is really cute too. Download this and send me this anytime that there's a problem. I'll come see what's up and we can talk about that no matter what. Which I think is really sweet, and I really like that. You're a really good housemate. Housemate. It's not really what you want to be hearing, but all right. Wish we get a little more of the date, but that's okay. And immediately here, Kyo has to realize, I also love his just wall of memories just being like, he's in a couple of them, I guess, but yeah, just all the like different shots and stuff that we got of her. What if it turns out that she actually likes you? Have you actually thought about that, or do you think that you're just chasing after the impossible feat? I don't think it's impossible. And it's Kyo dropping these little hints. I can't tell you she does. I don't know her, but like from what I see, I think you got a shot, really. Which I love him. He's really good at working there. And here comes Hina. They have easily just kind of normal, like good chemistry together. They work really well. And he just notices in this moment the face that she actually has to make here, her blushing a little bit, the way that she feels. The all-seeing eye, that's who he is. Need to focus up. We learn about the other schools, probably people that we're going to end up coming into at some other point. What about you? You know, you got all this stuff, and this is like where my fear starts creeping in, right? It's like, oh, what are you worrying about me for? I'm the great, like, this is me. It's the expectations are up here. Confidence is up here. You're almost setting yourself up for a letdown to occur at some point. And it's she's losing, like in the relationship almost, that's going to be kind of being established, that there's concern that in her other aspects of life will almost take a hit as well. I mean, we hope not. I mean, she's got people coming out here. I love the way that he, 10 out of 10 for smugness. You're absolutely right. I love the way that he presents this too, of like, we see these people as like these figures that we're striving to reach, right? Like the others from the outside and other schools and stuff see her as that, despite the fact that she's just a normal girl. Like there's nothing different. And we see that, and it's because you're on the inside here. You see things entirely different. And that's how the entirety of the story is almost being shaped to me, right? It's the people on the inside seeing things from different from those on the outside who are able to recognize and notice these things. And he notices right away too. Thinks she's just an ordinary girl. And that's the thing. Don't put her on a pedestal. Treat her like she has emotions. Treat her like she has feelings. Be careful. And the entire scene that breaks our heart. Oh, look who has a little run-in. That's fine. A little moment where Taiki's not involved. Okay. Oh, well, I guess we see that. I guess he's got a chance. Might as well do what I can to help out, right? Yeah, you wouldn't want to get injured. Well, I have a concern going forward. I have a flag to potentially raise. Oh, let me tell you all these stories and these great things about how good of a person he is and all the things that he did. But wait, I'm in most of the stories and the things too. just saying all the things that make you really feel something for him. Puts all the blame and everything on himself instead. Can you believe it? This is the type of person he is, and she notices right away too. No need to hide it at all. She suspected it from the beginning, and it's coming true very, very soon into it. Talking you up, brother. I got you. And once again, it's similar to what happens when her friend ends up seeing her face, right? She's doing something or acting in a sort of way or putting on this disguise thinking she's doing something when in reality she's easily enough for everybody else to end up reading. Here you go, borrow the umbrella. Oh, don't even worry. Well, she forgot her fucking phone, of course. Yeah, let me bring it home. Like, it's just the, why are you not just yelling and calling out to her, but instead you're following her from a distance? Like, I get it's raining and everything, but here you go, you start running. I guess they were close enough that by the time she ended up, like, coming down here and seeing her, she's like, oh, and instead of calling out, she just went to go sprint up to her. And the moment she turned the corner that was there. So I guess that can work. But yeah, just immediately shattering. Welcome back. They act like this is normal. This is a natural thing. Nobody's acting weird about anything. And she's just completely destroyed. Ugh. Heartbreaking. Fucking awesome episode. Super good. Definitely makes me feel a little rough, but you know, it's what it is. And also, only 5 episodes in is kind of crazy that we're pushing at the pace and things that we are. So I'm thrilled to see what else is to come. Each episode just keeps building and getting better and better, I feel like. So I'm getting more and more hooked as we go, and I'm here for that. It's definitely a void that I've been feeling. I kind of want like a certain sort of feeling within like maybe like a romance or something that I almost looking for on my own as opposed to things on the channel. But I think it's nice that they're slowly maybe going into more the moodier kind of vibe with some things that I've almost been kind of feeling that I want. So this is nice. Nice little treat so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. If you liked it all, like and subscribe to watch me. Feel free to check out the videos and channel and comments of this series. We'll be back for episode 6 next week. It was a great one. Peace.